Better do. And we're live. Thank you for joining me. And we're going to be looking through Championship and League One today at second week as the second week gets underway. And we're going to look at the teams first. So we're going to be looking through Derby County versus Borough, Portsmouth, Luton. Our one to watch, which will be West Brom Leeds. And then we will be going through League One through the teams for Charlton, Leyton Orient, Shrewsbury, Peterborough. And without further ado, let's get into the teams. Derby, Borough. Now, I am going via Sky. It's often naff, and I occasionally see where they've got the players totally screwed up. Do tell me if I've got it wrong. But they got Derby with Vickers in the goal, and they got a back four of Wilson, Nelson, Cashin, and Elder. That's an interesting back four. Midfield, Goodman, Ozo, Osborne. Up front, we have Jackson, Collins, and Mendes Lang. Right. First of all, I'm not enamoured by that one. Good front end. Not quite sure about some of those players, whether they really match and balance with each other. But we'll see how it goes as the game progresses. They're playing Borough with Dieng at the back, and then in the back line we have Ayling, Vandenberg, Clark, and Engel, which sounds a hell of a lot stronger to me. And then they have a staggered mid of Jones, Hackney, Azaz, Morris, and Bergzorg. And of course, up front, we're going to go with Latte Lat. I think Latte Lat has been an absolute find. I think I'm the same as most people. We looked at that and thought, is he going to do well here? Well, he certainly showed us, didn't he? I'm still on the side of Borough on that one. So with that one, Portsmouth versus Luton. Give Portsmouth their dues. They really expected to get trounced last week, and looking at the second match, Luton, they were also expecting to get trounced as well. So we look at the back. We've got Norris at the back, and then with the back four of Williams, Shaughnessy, Towler, and Ogilvy. And in midfield staggered, we've got Lane, Dozzle, Lang, that's Callum Lang, Marlon Pack, and Sam Silvera. And up front, we've got Christian Sadie. Now, that's going to be an interesting lineup, mainly because we know how well they can play and how doggedly determined they can be. And they're at home, and they've just fitted out most of the refit of their stadium. It's going to be quite an intimidating place to go for Luton, who start with Kaminsky at the back, obviously between the sticks, and then at the back we've got it's quite an attacking lineup, this, to be quite honest. Walters, Mengi, Bell, and then midfield they've got Ogbene, Clark, Baptiste, and Doughty. That's a bloody good midfield, isn't it? Just thinking, that's Oggy's best position, that, I think, and Doughty's probably a pretty good match down the other side. Up front, we've got sort of a staggered support, really. It's not really a front three. It's a sort of 2-1 of Morris, Chong, and up front, Adebayo. That's going to be quite interesting. I don't know about your thoughts on the Luton side against the Portsmouth one, but that's actually sounding quite even. Mainly because I'm going to give Portsmouth an extra man for the support. And they played bloody well last week. Luton didn't, which was quite surprising because there's two relegated teams that were playing each other. So you can't even say, well, they were playing a championship style team with championship style football. They still let 4 in. You know, it's a little bit worrying if you're a Luton fan, but they should be beating the teams coming up from League One and the ones we're expecting to be at the bottom. Let's see if they do. Our commentary game, which is West Brom versus Leeds, they go to the lineup there. We've got Palmer at the back for West Brom with Furlong, Ajayi, Bartley, and Hagan. Not a bad back four there, and they overperformed last year. Why shouldn't they again this year? Fellows, Mulumby, Swift, Mowat, and Grant. A decent midfield, and Mayer up front. I think that's a decent side. And like I say, they overperformed last year. Can they overperform again this year against a Leeds side that are really seething? Why? They really expected to walk the game last year, and I just pull that across because I need to be thinking about getting onto the appropriate live in a little bit. And they've got Messier at back, Bogle, Rodon, Struik, Firpo. Good. I don't know. That's slightly left-sided, I should think. Staggered mid of James, Ampadu, Piro, Gruev, and Nonto. An extremely well disciplined and balanced team. That midfield is brilliant. And Joseph Fernandez up front. Leeds have to have the edge on that, don't they? I mean, realistically, on talent-wise, they should be quite confident with that one. I go West Brom Leeds. I'll go with that one, even though it's funny language. So, yeah, I would say Leeds have got in my eyes, Leeds have got a slight edge on that at the beginning. I'm like thinking of the setup. I think that Leeds don't look adventurous with how they've laid it out. So I mean, but we'll see how that comes later on into the League One. Charlton, Leyton Orient, and Charlton are setting it with Mannion at the back. The back three of Mitchell, Jones, and Gillespie. Across midfield, they've actually got straight. Ramsey, Edwards, Connor Coventry, Doherty, and Berry, with Hadmi and Tyrese Campbell up front. Is that not a bad? I'm reading that thinking lower championship. That's actually a good side. I'm sort of warming to Charlton. Charlton have spent a lot of money, and they've not spent it just throwing players in. They spent it carefully, and I like the way they've done it. Leyton Orient, we've got 7 minutes left. Hemming at the back, we've got James. For that to finish, James, Hap, Cooper, Clare, and across midfield staggered, we've got Neil, Obero, Donnelly, Brown, and Agay. And I wish I would throw these names in. And Charlie Kelman up front. I do like the Charlton side there. I think Charlton have just got the edge there, and I think even with that, I don't really like flat midfields, but I know what Connor Coventry plays like, and he can play push forward and backward. He's quite capable of pulling back in and make that 3 into a 4, and he's quite capable of pulling forward and making the 2 into a 3 up front. So Charlton, I would say, have the edge on that one. Shrewsbury versus Peterborough. Peterborough really, really wanted to do well today. Peterborough just didn't get out of the blocks against Huddersfield. We know that they're playing a different style. We know they're playing a different way and a different method. I was told before the transfer window that by a couple of their fans saying, we're getting rid of everybody, including the captain. So don't worry when they go, we're changing everything. Hasn't worked yet, will it? They're playing a Shrewsbury team that really have. I think they've done really well in the first game. So let's see if they can continue to improve against whether Peterborough can fight back against them. Savin at the back for Shrewsbury, Hoole and Sala, Feeney and Benning at the back. That's actually not too bad. They got Carl Winchester in a holding role. And then they've got across midfield the Bloxham, Riley, Biggins and Shipley and John Marquis up front. I mean, that is actually quite a decent team. And that actually surprises me because I can now see why that people are saying, they played bloody well in the first game. So let's just see. I had a quick few notes on that. We've probably just about got enough time. Because they played the Stevenage and lost 1-0, but everybody's saying that they played really good defensive football. And I can see that happening. Peterborough, Steer at the back, Curtis, Fernandez, Wallin, and Sparks. Yeah, okay, quite different. Staggered mid, they're going with that. Poku, Brady, Randall, Collins, and Odo. And up front, Malik, Mothersill. Now, I want to see them do well, and I want to see this new style work. Let's see if it does, because he's an experienced manager, and I'm sure he knows. I'm sure Ferguson knows what he's doing. But to me, I want to see it work. I want to see how that works, because I can't see it working. But I'm sure there's Peterborough fans out there saying, of course it'll work. It worked in pre-season. We'll do really well. So at the minute, I actually like that Shrewsbury side, and I'm really, really surprised I'm saying that, because I wouldn't usually be saying that. So we've got the teams West Brom, Leeds. I'm going to turn that round, and hopefully it goes big picture for me. Nope. I'll get everything set up for you all so we can go into the game in 3 minutes' time. If you tell me who you support, we can... that's not going to let me do that. So if you tell us who you support, we can... don't you dare do that to me. We can keep an eye on your teams, and we can sort of keep up to date with each other. I love a chat. Just bounce anything off me. I can't say I can answer it, but I can have a good try. And like I said, we've got West Brom and Leeds there. And then we'll take off Sky Sport, and we'll put on this side. I usually go Bet365, and we can see then the scores as they come through. They tend to come through quite quickly. I'll be able to update you on Ipswich, Liverpool. So we've got Derby, Middlesbrough, Portsmouth, Luton, West Brom, Leeds, and then we've got Charlton, Leyton Orient, and Shrewsbury, Peterborough. If anybody is interested in League Two, there's a couple of League Two games on there, but tend not to go to those. If we chose something from League One, it gets a little bit noisy now, because if I choose a radio station as well as that, I'm going to be, I may be a little bit overcome with the... So West Brom, we've got Charlton, Shrewsbury. So you've got a choice, guide. I've got radio to put on. I can have, I can give you. We can actually put Ipswich, Liverpool on if you want. We've got Derby, Middlesbrough, Portsmouth, Luton. That's on the television, so we don't need to do that one. Charlton, Leyton Orient, or Shrewsbury, Peterborough. So if you have a liking to any one of those, then please do. Just give me a quick message before we start, because we are now about 20 seconds away from the start. Let's see. We'll go with, unless you were comment otherwise, we'll go with Portsmouth versus Luton. So I have an interesting... See, I like to do things differently, because all the other people know these players by name. I mean, you go to Benjamin Bloom, you throw him a name from League Two, and he'll tell you the entire history of this guy from from when he was a trainee at Aldershot Town, you know. Like, where the hell he gets his memory from, God only knows. I'm 59, I don't have that memory span. But we're going to be looking at the Leeds United West Brom game. We've got the Portsmouth Luton down here. That does mean I haven't got a third. I have no third screen. I could really do this third screen. I may have to get another screen over there. But so if you see a goal coming in, bang it in the comments, and I can quickly go out of here. If I can go out of there to start with, and we can tell you when the games have started. In fact, Derby versus Middlesbrough has already started. We can go in, and which ones just started underneath? So I think we're all starting now. Leeds, West, no. Portsmouth, Luton started. Derby, Middlesbrough started. The other two have yet to start. We have Derby, Middlesbrough. Hackney for Middlesbrough at the minute. As we await the Leeds game starting, we've got somebody on the tannoy here sort of announcing something. Don't know what's happening there. So Vickers for Derby. Just lobs it out, and Middlesbrough just lob it back into the Derby. It's a bit like ping pong ball with the Derby Middlesbrough game at the minute. Goes all across to Cashin. There's Leeds United just doing the toss of the coin, and it looks like West Brom of West Brom have won it with the looks of it. So they've won the toss has gone to West Brom, so they're going to choose. While Middlesbrough are with us out. Oh, that's a good push forward, and Bergsorg's right on the box, and Hackney now for Middlesbrough on the left-hand side for Middlesbrough. Crosses it swiftly to Van den Berg and Morris on the right. Back to the middle for Hackney. They're doing quite well. They're doing this typical championship. Go try and probe down both sides, and then when you get a breakdown, they try and break through it. At the minute they're on the right again with Ayling. Will they get through? Pulls it slightly back to Hackney. Morris tries a through ball, but Vickers is there right in the middle of the box to kick it out, and Morris can start again for Middlesbrough. So the start there appears to be firmly in Middlesbrough's favour. I must admit, I did seem to think that. They're still they're doing a minute's clapping for somebody in the Leeds West Brom game. So they're still waiting to kick off. They're just spreading out now, so we'll be kicking off there at West Brom any minute. Derby is 4 minutes in already, and Leeds hasn't started yet. When I say Leeds, it's West Brom, isn't it? Charlton is 2 minutes in. I mean, let's just have a quick look at Charlton. I thought Charlton was playing with quite well laid out. But at the minute, I'm totally wrong. At the minute, it's 80% to Lake Norien and 20% to possession to Charlton, and I'm shocked. You see there, Charlton got into the final third, and they just lost it straight away to James, and James is now sort of on his way up, but Connor Coventry's grabbed it, loses it, and it goes out for a Charlton throw-in. It's a little bit League One, to be quite honest, and it's a little bit sort of ping pong ball, and football like that to me, as who have we got? Leeds are in defence now, and Leeds are passing it along the back, and they're trying to pass it now. trying the right-hand side, couldn't get it. Passed back to the middle. It's the back three, and they're just plodding along between. He's run up, no, back there. They've played 20 seconds leads, and it's all been along the back. In fact, I don't think any of the other players, apart from one that kicked off, had a touch of it. Oh, finally pushed forward. And it's a probing one, but it just couldn't get. That back line was absolutely resolute, and yeah, he couldn't go any quicker. It'd been offside. So Leeds are now on their right-hand side. They push it back to defence again, and it's weird because Leeds seem to be playing a very, very defensive game. So if I just have a look at the lineups, because yeah, we seem to be. Yeah, it's just those back three that are rattling it down. They're going to there down the left-hand side. No, pass it back to defence and back to the goalie. I mean, it's. I really do hope that Leeds aren't trying to just bore the pants off of West Brom here, because at the minute I wouldn't like being a fan, because it's just the back three passing it between each other. They've got into midfield and immediately lose it but grab it back again, and it's just 2 minutes, and I think what the possession is, but the possession must be just ridiculous. They're not telling you the possession is quite ridiculously in favour of Leeds. I know you can tell by the game, but it's very strange. I wouldn't expect a game like that, because of the. So now finally West Brom have the ball. Long balls from the left to the right back. So we're on left back to right back, and now it's a try and push it down the middle, but ping pong, stop it. And he was deemed to have handled that while he ping ponged it down to the floor. And it's going to be a Leeds kick. So, surprise, surprise, back to the back three. It's actually the one that's mostly doing it. I think it's Rodon that's doing it mostly. Grabbing it back into the back and just passing it along the back three, which is really weird. Because Rodon usually plays a little bit pushes quite far forward, and last week at least he was pushing sort of into the midfield. But at the minute, Rodon seems to be almost playing. He's playing it on purpose at the back, and he doesn't seem to be really Yeah. We'll go back to that one and see whether we can get some information on this, because I'm interested in this back three that they've got, because it's not as this says. It's Ampadu is actually playing right at the back. So Ampadu's playing right at the back in the middle, and he seems to be knocking it between Bogle and Struik at the back at the minute. So I'm not quite sure how. It's certainly not set up like we expected, like we were told it was going to be set up. But that's not saying it won't work. We go back into Bet365. There's no goals so far, as I can see. Let's go through some of the odds. But for hell of it, we'll go for the Ipswich-Liverpool game. Ipswich are 13-2 against, and Liverpool are 3-1 on. Surprise, surprise. Derby counted Middlesbrough. Derby's 11-4. Middlesbrough are about evens. Portsmouth are It's just, don't you dare log me out. Why does he try and log you out at the wrong time? That's the Leeds game. Portsmouth are 11-4. Luton are evens. So that's an interesting one. So I thought Portsmouth would be a little bit more even than that. West Brom 12-5. Leeds about evens. Now that's interesting because actually West Brom, I think, were a little bit more well balanced than Leeds. And I'm not totally. I still think Leeds have the better squad, but I think no, there's probably a good 11-10 for Leeds. I'd probably now 12-10. So they're actually pulling Leeds back. They're pulling Leeds back on the odds now. I'm just looking at the West Brom. West Brom have an attack just as it goes into a bloody advert. So West Brom were just in an attack. I hate it when it does that. So West Brom have it. Can cross it in and it gets rebuffed straight back out again, but they're building down the left hand side. Cross it to the right. They know what they're doing. West Brom. There's good run there, just cut out by the back line there from Leeds. So almost got in there. That was a good cut out there because they've switched back to a back four, which they hadn't done up to about this point. So they've taken about 5 or 6 minutes Leeds to suddenly go from a back three to a back four. Why they've done it, I don't know. And the back three didn't seem to be made up of all defenders, which is bloody strange. That was a throw and a kick in by West Brom, and Bartley had a good chance there, but he just couldn't get. It was just being tussled out by about 4 Leeds players just pushing him around. It's now out for a corner, and gonna take it. Morris, is it? Kicks it in, and that's straight out by Leeds. And can he keep it in? Straight out by Leeds. Yeah, of course. So it's a throw into West Brom near the halfway line. And it's been a goal. There's been a goal at Derby County. And surprise, surprise, this has gone totally the opposite way to what we expect. It's Derby County 1. Ooh, it's better if I actually type it in, isn't it? It's Derby County 1 and Middlesbrough 0. And we've got our first goal. So first goal of the morning, afternoon, whatever you want to call it. Afternoon, just Derby County 1, Middlesbrough 0. The interesting thing is there that they're actually keeping Middlesbrough on an evens odds, which is wow. And Derby County are still 3-1 against. So that to me is rather strange. Leeds there tried passing it back, but bloody hell! It's about ping pong ball while somebody's on the floor kicking the ball. The poor Middlesbrough. The poor West Brom guys on the floor, and three Leeds guys kicking the ball at him and jumping over him. And like, okay, how about letting him get up? You know. As Middlesbrough now try with Morris, Clark, Morris, a good setup, good play up now, right in the middle of the pitch. But you know, Hackney, Engel, back to Hackney. It's interesting. I think Middlesbrough are still playing the better football. With the looks of it, Middlesbrough are actually still on top, but they're 1-0 down away to Derby County. They'll be quite upset because they are playing the better football, and the odds that you see on here are showing that they are actually playing the better football. West Brom are now coming back into this. I keep looking up at the television over here, and we've got West Brom starting to just they're starting to probe more, and they're starting to keep the ball more instead of sort of keep immediately giving it away. They've got like a back five, central three with two wingers going up the side at the minute. And it seems to be working because where's he going to pass? Oh, right down the middle, and he's trying to catch the far winger as he runs down the left, right, and he comes back to him. Cross it. No, just it's in the middle, and it's just ricocheting around, and all the players are in about 20 yards square. Gives it to Leeds. Now they've got a chance to break now. They're on the halfway circle. It's 3 against 3 and a nice through ball, but it's just I don't know who got a last foot to that. Is it a corner? I think they panicked. I think West Brom panicked there. 3 against 3 as Leeds took the ball, and they ran. that was only just dead onside as well. With the defence just gave up, and the number 14 they just belts it out. Hagen belted it out, and there was only one place he could put it, and he sort of panicked and just put it in the only place he could think, which was straight forward and straight out for a corner to Leeds. And that's the danger of going forward and not and leaving yourself open at the back. They were really, really high back lined there at West Brom, and they almost paid for it. Hagen was a good job. He comes in, headed straight over the bar. It was a good job Hagen was there to kick it out, but there was an air of sort of almost desperation as the three Leeds and the three West. Well, the 3 Leeds and the 3 West Brom players, 3 against 3, and it was just. I've got the ball. Shit, I'm going to kick it out. And West Brom did a nice probing one again down the right. They're using that forward right wing. It's offside. Offside. I want to see who it is. Let's see who that is. I'm going to say I'm not massively up on individual people and numbers. It's Carlin Grant. It's Carlin Grant up there. Carlin Grant's doing an absolutely brilliant game. It's always going to Carlin Grant, and Carlin Grant's getting some damn good crosses in. And I wouldn't be surprised if he makes the first goal because he's doggedly determined now. It's in defence now. Let's see where they put it. Apart from back to the goalie. Back to the goalie. We give it to Bartley. They give it to Bartley. No. Ajayi. Bartley. Where's he going to give it? Come on. Hagen. See, Hagen came. Oh, that was a foul, surely. No foul given, and Leeds try and lob the goalkeeper from over the halfway line. And I tell you what, it was only 3 yards out. He's well in his own half. And like 4 or 5 yards, and he was panicking there. Had that been 3 yards to the left, that would have been one of the goals you would have been watching tonight. How the hell did that one get in the net? An amazing slow lob. And Leeds' audacity of it to try it in the first place. And there we are again. We've got Grant going down that side. And, has it gone out for a corner to West Brom. Yeah, corner to West Brom. See, Grant there pushed and pushed and pushed, and all the defence could do for Leeds was pop it out because he was a yard from the line. So who's taking it? Golden.
Nice football in the middle third, but when it comes to finding not quite the final ball, but just even a colleague at times, both sides have fallen short.
So it's Furlong that's going to take the. Well, it's a throw in. I thought it was a corner. So then can Furlong kick it back in? Yeah. Kicks it back in. Oh, there's 3 there, but 3-1 with West Brom, and they still couldn't get a header on it. But it's down the left, and they're pulling it back now to. I think that's Bartley. Back to the goalie, and he's right on the back now. So we're with Furlong now. We're back in position at the back. But Furlong's been pushing forward into the final third. I'm listening to the Portsmouth game as well at the same time. The Portsmouth game seems to be quite fiery. It's end to end at the minute. We'll be going back there in a minute. I do keep trying to have a quick look on there to make sure that you're not. Because if you do want me to cover a particular team, then please do say. Because at the minute I'm just concentrating on West Brom Leeds because that's on television. I do have Bet365, which we can sort of get away quite well with. There's Hagen again. Oh, nice push forward to Tom Fellows, and Tom Fellows can try and sneaky back heel to Swift, and Swift can where's Swift playing over there? Back into midfield. That was a sneaky little kick there. Like West Brom kicked it against the defender, and he knew where it was going. It was going on against his chest and out for a corner to West Brom. I want to have a quick look. Obviously, old Benny, one of our old players, is playing for Luton, and they're not. We've got that one, didn't we? We got that one. I thought I'd seen something else then. We're going to the Ipswich game. Let's have a quick look at the Ipswich game, just for the hell of it. Let's look at the stats. Probably easier to look at the stats. It's 60% Liverpool, 40% Ipswich so far. And believe it or not, there's been 3 shots in the game, 2 to Ipswich and 1 to Liverpool. The only shot on target has been Ipswich. So, wow. If you're an Ipswich fan at the minute, dare I say it, Ipswich are actually looking the better side at the minute with the looks of the stats. And we'll go back into the Portsmouth game. And Portsmouth are at the minute. Luton are they are. Portsmouth are actually a more possession, but Luton seem to be making the most of it. So there's Leeds on a shot, and it ricochets off someone. I'm not sure whether it ricocheted off on their own or one of the because there were 2 players there together. Let's have a quick look. See, it takes it off. The Leeds player takes it off their the defender. It's a goal kick, I think. You think it bobbles off, but it doesn't. So West Brom now. Derby are making a substitution. That's strange. Just want to pull the commentary back on Portsmouth. Shot by Adebayo for Luton. That's saved on the line. So that's a good save there from Peterborough. Goalkeeper does well. Leeds did well there. They just waited for Leeds crossed it in front of their own net, and they nearly paid for it. Just nearly paid for it. And West Brom are now pulling it back. West Brom are just trying to ease that, calm it down a bit. And it's at the minute, at this very minute in time, West Brom are looking nice and I wouldn't say easy, but they're keeping a control over it. They've got a back two at the minute. That is a back two. It's like going between 2 and 3, and then wingers up the side still. But the two wingers have pushed further up the pitch, so you've got just a back two and they're concentrating on the midfield. And we'll go back to that one. I want to do that. There's Leeds United have a goal kick. Where did that one come from? Oh, that's a sneaky. I don't know. He took his. Did he take his feet, or did he just feel his foot being tapped, and then Bogle sort of tapped his foot, but I think the West Brom player I think he could probably get a pretty good Oscar for that, to be quite honest. And it's going to be a free kick, and I tell you what, this is near. It's about 4 or 5 yards closer to the goal than the corner flag, about 2 yards out. So it's pretty close. Let's just follow this as we as West Brom have a really dangerous free kick in here. I wouldn't say it's. The box is loaded by Leeds players. I'm not quite sure how they expect to stand out. No. It was whipped in a good curl by Barkley, but it just goes straight past the far. Did it actually touch anybody? It didn't even touch anybody. It just went straight out, straight over everybody. And oh no, it was a West Brom player. Yeah, number 5 just managed to it hit his stomach and went out. So that was a little bit unfortunate there, because I think certainly as the ball came in, I think that Bartley could have done a lot better there, but he just chested it the wrong side of the post, and it would have probably been easier to chest it down and hit it in the net. In fact, if you see it on the replays, it's coming. They're doing the replay. Comes across, bang, chest. You could have. He just chested it the wrong way. Had he and he puts his hands up to his face straight away, because he knows that if he'd have chested it the other way, and it's literally just moving like this, and it would have been the right way. Leeds having to pass it all the way back because West Brom are pressurising. Anybody with the ball with a yellow shirt is getting pressurised. Leeds played in their yellow strip. Oh, too far. And no, Nonto was never going to get there. Nonto waves his hand. Good ball, but it was just too far for him. About 2 yards too far. And West Brom can play from the back. So what have we got elsewhere? Let's go to some other one. Let's have a quick look at it. I want to have a look at Ipswich just to see whether they really are still on top. It does sound Liverpool are getting more into it possession-wise, and they're passing it, but they're not doing anything with it. I'd say the ones that are on top are actually still Ipswich. So that's a surprise. The statistics show that it's Ipswich. But I'm not going into that. It's Premier League. And I have enough covering 2 leagues without covering a third one. We're going to go. We'll go Portsmouth Luton. Just to have a quick look. We've got that on the radio here, and it does seem a bit of a ding dong match. I'm going to bet 365 instead. So let's have a look at the stats from Portsmouth, and it's 54% Portsmouth, 46% Luton. Final third. It's a ratio of 8 to Portsmouth, 13 to Luton. So Luton are slightly on. They're less possession, but they're spending a lot more time in the final third. 5 shots to Portsmouth, 2 on target, 6 to Luton, 2 on target. So at the minute, it's on shots on target, and that's the key thing at the end of the day. If it's not on target, you ain't going to win. It's actually even. So everything quite even there. Let's see who's playing at the minute. Shaughnessy for Portsmouth on their right, way to the other side for Towler. Up the left still with Ogilvy, and Ogilvy back to Pack. Tries to cross it and forward, but to the right. But Baptiste grabs it for Luton, and Luton can try and build. Hate it when they can't close that. Go away. And Towler's grabbed it, intercepted it. Dozal now in the centre circle. Shaughnessy, Williams on the right. I'm not sure whether they're getting through on the right, to be quite honest. They seem to be preferring pushing it up the right as Shaughnessy doubles back and runs back into his own half. 31. Pack now with the ball. Pack is that's a good ball. I want to see that. That Leeds player nearly took him out. Red card for Luton. I looked up and it's a red card for Luton Town. Second yellow card.
Now Luton, it looks like Portsmouth going to score. Now they've a dangerous free kick, and Luton are down to 10. Well, that's the confirmation it was coming to you, isn't it? But the Luton players are saying, well, I think what the referee's actually pointing to is he's committed 2 yellow card fouls in that instance. There it appears
what? How do you get 2 yellow cards in one instant?
James Shea is the replacement who will be getting himself warmed up.
Goalkeeper off for Luton Town, 2 instant yellow cards. I've never heard that. Have you heard of that one before? I've not heard of it. I've never seen anyone get a goalkeeper get 2 yellow cards in one instant. But
yellow card, both of those are quite obvious yellow cards. If not the first one could have been already. It was so high, and he's so reckless with the second. I don't think Luton.
So he's gone too high with the first. And he should have got a red for the first, but he's got a yellow, and then he's gone up again for the second cross and immediately got 2 yellow cards. So the guy's got 2 yellow cards. We're going to get a substitution for Luton now because they obviously need a goalkeeper. Well, I should hope they need a goalkeeper. Furlong for West Brom there grabbed the ball and ran off with it, and nearly got a yellow card there. I don't know why. That Furlong that did that tackle, then he got the ball. He definitely got the ball, but if you'd have been watching that instantaneously, like the referee, you'd have been thinking he got the person. He didn't. In slow motion, he got the ball. Blimey! Some of these, they're going to get a yellow. Swift gets a yellow card, and he definitely took out the Leeds player. Then that was like, you ain't going past me. He grabs him, kicks him, and that's it. You're over. He's shaking his head, but he's got no. You can't complain at that. That was you're getting through. Oh no, you're not. I'm going to stop you. I'm surprised at Luton. I'm just gobsmacked at Luton's goalie getting 2 yellow cards in one instant. Have you ever seen a goalkeeper get 2 yellow cards in one instant? I've not. I've not heard it. But hey, we are now. Leeds United are back with, well, at least they're back with a back. I don't know. I say it was a back four, but then the middle one's just pushed forward. Cross to the far right, and it's a. Oh, it was blocked and out for a corner, I think, to Leeds United. That would have been dangerous. You had their number 3 there.
2022-23 campaign.
Yeah, he had the number 3 for Leeds there, right in the middle, waiting for the cross to come through. But it just got blocked before it got high enough to get over. Oh, Pack there for Portsmouth, off target, and that should have been better taken, I think, that one, because obviously Luton are in 6s and 7s, but it bounces back, and Shaughnessy has another shot, and that one's blocked, and O'Shea can try and get it out for Luton. But Shea's now yellow card for Portsmouth this time. Leeds United are coming back into this, and there's a few that gets blocked by West Brom, but Leeds pick it back up. They didn't kick it anyway, just stopped it. Leeds are now down the right hand side. Can't see any numbers from here. I can just see yellow and blue. I can't see yellow and stripes. Really annoying. And he's
the teenage defender. It's a mismatch physically, and it's a clear foul that as well. You've got to feel really sorry for Pompey on that occasion, because yes, Walters and Mengi, I think both probably fouled, and both of them almost in desperation, because Shaughnessy about to swing and he puts the ball.
So let's put that on there, and we'll have a look at Leeds versus West Brom. Leeds. Leeds get another tackle from West Brom. I'm surprised that didn't go a yellow. Crikey, wincing every time Leeds and West Brom tackle each other now. It's getting quite heated as another West Brom player goes down. This is getting a little bit hair-raising. If you've got access to West Brom Leeds, somebody's going to break a leg at some point. I hope they don't, but bloody hell, it's they've started getting quite firm now, and the ref's going to have to start somewhere. How many has he done so far? 2 yellows so far. There's more than 2 yellows in here. As West Brom play down the right, again, the same bloke down the right, crosses it in, and it's cleared by Leeds. We're throwing 10 yards from the flag on West Brom's right. Can he get that? He thinks he can get that in from there. It's going to be a long throw. He's got a good 10-yard run up to the line here. He's going high, he says. I'm sure that's a high.
Things up on the edge of his box. It looks like no one wants to really lose the head like Kavinsky. So they fly now with that double
throws it in. What a throw! And he even runs and tries to grab it off the guy. He bloody succeeded as well. The guy who got it ran out with it, and the guy who threw it in, Furlong, actually ran back on the pitch to try and tackle him for the ball, and manages to kick it out for a Leeds throw. And he moves like lightning, that bloke. And Furlong is just like, wherever you look, he's on the pitch. Again, I think it's him kicking it back to the goalie there, and Leeds are pushing forward. They're making sure they can't pass it along the defence. And the Leeds goalie was a bit far out there. I don't know what he thought he was doing messily there. He was right. He was just 2 yards outside the box, and had he actually done anything other than kick it away, he would have been in trouble there. As Hagan throws it quickly in. And they're on the left, all the way across the. Is it going to come all the way across the right again? I'm guessing, yeah, up to Grant and oh no, Grant's over there. Grant pulls back. Leeds grab it. Grant, no. It's Grant and Swift are down here at the minute. It seems to be. Grant couldn't get that. Grant! Oh, he nearly grabbed that in a critical point. You say you can almost tell that the two players that they're going to give it to, but again, they give it to Fellows, and it just couldn't cross it. And Leeds break from the back, and Leeds are now coming up from the back into midfield. It's the same story again, trying to thread it through between Hegum and Barkley, and it's just that they seem to just pincer it out each time. But they're going to try the opposite end. Leeds United now passing it across the back. They do appear to at least settle to a sort of four back. Oh, that was a good forward pass there by Leeds, and it was about 2 yards out. But yeah, had it been 2 yards further forward, it would have been a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But with 36 minutes gone, it's a goal kick for West Brom, but Leeds have actually got 4 on the edge of the box. They're that far forward. Leeds, they just couldn't get it there. As Nonto goes down holding his stomach. I think he just got his hand hit and he's like holding his side there a bit. But it's a throw in to West Brom. We're going to go and have a look at some yellow card for Portsmouth. So let's have a look at the other games. We have Ipswich versus Liverpool 0-0, Derby 1, Middlesbrough 0. Funnily enough, they've actually changed the odds now. They've made Derby slight odds on Middlesbrough 3-1. So they've actually swapped it round eventually. But they like me, obviously thought Middlesbrough have actually got the better team and a better balanced it. I just like, I liked that midfield for. And who couldn't like Latte really? So Borough's not looking too good. Shall we have a little look? 43 minutes. Borough attacking with Engel down the middle to Clark. Clark now for Borough in the midfield, just pulling back a little bit, and he gives it across to the right hand side, and then back to her. No, he tried to push it through to the far right, but Derby counteract it, grab it. Vandenberg grabs it in midfield. I like straight across the other side, Engel, but Engel loses it to Jackson, and Engel shouldn't be losing it that quickly. But Jackson manages to kick it out. Throw in Clark, Hackney, Morris down the middle. Morris now for Middlesbrough, but he gives it to Hackney. Vandenberg on the right. Jones. Can he cross it? Oh, no, passes it back. Morris, Ayling. They're just doing a little probing runs. Jones has a shot, but it's off target, and it's a goal kick to Derby. So they are making some headroom as West Brom comes down that right side again. It's a good cross, but it's caught. Very well caught there by the goalkeeper there for Leeds. He just picked it out. He jumped up, and look at the size of the guy. He just jumped up and just picked it out like, all right, oh, that one. How the hell do you do that? But that was a really, really good cross and a really, really good pull out of the Yeah, there something at Leeds. Why have we got? Oh, Firpo injury. Oh, I'm not surprised. Ouch. Oh, the pair of them. Firpo and who's the other one? Hey, it's Firpo. Get off, I want that as well. Firpo and Malumbe hit into each other, and they're both flat out on the floor. So I don't know what on earth's going to happen here. Barkley seems to be in trouble for some strange reason. I'm not quite sure what the ref's saying to him, because it wasn't Barkley that did the tackle. It's Malumbe and and Firpo. Just woof. Oh, it's actually Firpo that had his foot up against. Oh, did he just? And he thumps him. Hang on a minute. The other way around. Oh wow. Oh yeah, you have to see that one. So Firpo had his foot up, and then Mumby sort of, as he gets his foot kicked into him, he sort of went like that and thumped the Leeds Firpo in the stomach. I'm sure it did look like it. So Firpo kicked Malumbi, and then Malumbi spun round and thumped the Leeds player, and the Leeds player gets and the Leeds player's got a yellow card for the initial high foot. Now I would be, if that was in the Premier League, I think that Malumbi would get a red card for at least bringing the game into disrepute. It was a clear. He actually made a fist and thumped him in the stomach. Like, you're going to kick me, I'm going to fist you back. And then the pair went to the floor. But he's not given anything to the West Brom player, which I think in the Premier League that would have been a bit of a red card. But he's got away with that one lightly. Quickly flick up to. I'm just going to keep an eye on the Ipswich game. It's still 0-0, and I just find it interesting that although Liverpool have most of the play, 57%, as West Brom is still in the ascendancy, holds the Leeds player back and just not getting anywhere with it. They're number 8. And but Ipswich are actually, they've had 2 shots on target, 4 in total, whereas Liverpool's had 3 none on target. So actually, at the minute, Ipswich are, as they head into half time, ahead. Not technically ahead, but they're certainly in the ascendancy. Put it that way. Derby County, 47 minutes. We'll have a quick look at Derby County, as we just had a yellow card for Latte Lat. That's going to be, and for Mendes Lang for Derby. So that's going to be a little bit interesting, because those two are important players. There's going to be another yellow card for Leeds. Let's just see that, because the television is always slightly behind. It's with Leeds at the minute down the left-hand side, so they must give it away at some point. Leeds into midfield, pushes it down, and it's a Leeds throw-in. Don't know where the yellow card came from there. Leeds. Oh, it's a Leeds player that went down. Ajayi, Semi Ajayi, that took him out there. Well, how did he do that? He just barged in with it. I'm not saying we got to the body he barged in with, but he certainly went over quick enough. I think I wouldn't bloody would doing that. Leeds have a cross just outside the box. 44 minutes and 33. Leeds about 10 yards from the box. They must be running in on this because there's only 3 players in the actual melee of West Brom players. And they're arguing between themselves. The Leeds players are actually arguing between themselves as the ball just drifts God knows where. Was it put out? I can't even see who got that. Oh, who did get it? There's lots of players there. Red went off the number 6 at the last minute. And it has finished because I've got it on here. They will be doing a corner Leeds, but it's not going to go anywhere. And it has finished half time. They finished with a flurry. I know the television's a little bit behind, but yeah, they finished with a flurry. Leeds finally started to get push it forward, but it's a minute. West Brom 0, Leeds 0. Look at the lineups. It's Bogle with a yellow card, Firpo with a yellow card, and Swift with a yellow card for West Brom. At Derby County, that's half time, 1-0 to Derby County. Derby's taken off Cashin and Wilson and put on Nyambi and Bradley. Mendes, Lang and Latte Lat have yellow cards, they said. Jackson got the goal for Derby, but making 2 changes on 20 and 25 minutes is not what Paul Warne does unless there's an injury. He doesn't do that as a rule. So that's a little bit strange. 45 minutes at Portsmouth. See what's strange. No, that's Derby. Go away. I don't want Derby. Portsmouth. Thank you. Portsmouth 0-0. There we have only 2 yellows and a red for the goalie Kaminski for Luton. They then swapped Morris. That's Morris for O'Shea, and they've added on Portsmouth's side. They've got Shaughnessy and Pack on yellow cards. So this who's the referee? For heaven's sake, I can't see who the referee is. The referee seems to be having a yellow and red day today. It's wow. No, I can't see. No, from that I can't see who the ref is. But yeah, that's that's one to watch. I'll tell you what, we can wait and find out over here. Why not? We'll find out before we go for a coffee. I want to see who the referee is. 19 lineups. Manager, no. Stats, no. Oh. Who's the referee? Who's the referee? I can't bloody find the referee. No. No, I can't find the referee on that anywhere. But yeah, that's strange. You don't usually get that many yellows and reds in the game. Not in the first half, anyway. So we'll finish with the West Brom Leeds, obviously 0-0. First time I've been able to look at the stats, but West Brom 60% possession and Leeds 40%. 5 shots to Leeds. I don't know where they've come from, but 5 shots to Leeds, 2 shots to West Brom. 0 on target for either side. Now, that is actually right. I've not seen one on target, but there was that Leeds lob that was bloody well close. You should watch that lob. The lob from Leeds early on was just so amazing, and it nearly went in. It was literally, a yard and a half out, and you're thinking, wow, that was like 2 meters or so. Almost. And that had that been just angled just a little bit this way, because he was all the way in his own half, It was about 3 yards inside the Leeds half, and whoosh! The goalkeeper was that far out. He would have had no chance. I don't think he'd have got it. So at the minute, possession-wise, West Brom are on top, and they're going down that right-hand side, and Grant. I'd say it's Grant and Swift that are sort of doing a little bit of 1-2 on the right-hand side, and those balls are actually quite good. We're going to leave you with the summary from Portsmouth, and I'm going to go and get a coffee. While you listen to
Chaotic, to say the least.
the summary from Portsmouth, and I'll see you in not very long with a coffee for half two. And we will make sure we've got the West Brom game on, and we will continue. So, from John S, see you in the second half. Just give me a break.
Chaotic, to say the least. Goals at the break. Half time at Bratton Park. It's goalless between Portsmouth and Luton. Action-packed half with chances at both ends. Luton having off Benny header off the line, but the real moment of the match came after 34 minutes. Thomas Kaminski, the Hams goalkeeper, he'd just been booked for time wasting, and then he got a double booking for a pretty wild passage of play of fouling Ogilvy after already finding another player in Lyons. Chaotic, to say the least. Goalless at the break. Half time at Bratton Park. It's goalless between Portsmouth and Luton, but action-packed half with chances at both ends. Luton having off Benny header off the line, but the real moment of the match came after 34 minutes. Thomas Kaminski, the Hams goalkeeper, he'd just been booked for time wasting, and then he got a double booking for a pretty wild passage of play of fouling Ogilvy after already finding another player in Lyons. Chaotic, to say the least. Goals at the break. Half time at Bratton Park. It's goalless between Portsmouth and Luton, but action-packed half with chances at both ends. Luton having off Benny header off the line, but the real moment of the match came after 34 minutes. Thomas Kaminski, the Hams goalkeeper, he'd just been booked for time wasting, and then he got a double booking for a pretty wild passage of play of fouling Ogilvy after already finding another player in Lyons. Chaotic, to say the least. Goalless at the break. Half time at Bratton Park. It's goalless between Portsmouth and Luton, but action-packed half with chances at both ends. Luton having off Benny header off the line, but the real moment of the match came after 34 minutes. Thomas Kaminski, the Hams goalkeeper, he'd just been booked for time wasting, and then he got a double booking for a pretty wild passage of play of fouling Ogilvy after already finding another player in Lyons. Chaotic, to say the least. Goalless at the break. Half time at Bratton Park. It's goalless between Portsmouth and Luton, but action-packed half with chances at both ends. Luton having off Benny header off the line, but the real moment of the match came after 34 minutes. Thomas Kaminski, the Hams goalkeeper, he'd just been booked for time wasting, and then he got a double booking for a pretty wild passage of play of fouling Ogilvy after already finding another player in Lyons. Chaotic, to say the least. Goalless at the break. Half time at Bratton Park. It's goalless between Portsmouth and Luton, but action-packed half with chances at both ends. Luton having off Benny header off the line, but the real moment of the match came after 34 minutes. Thomas Kaminski, the Hams goalkeeper, he'd just been booked for time wasting, and then he got a double booking for a pretty wild passage of play of fouling Ogilvy after already finding another player in Lyons. Chaotic, to say the least. Goalless at the break.
Oh,
It's goalless between Portsmouth and Luton, but action-packed half with chances at both ends. Luton having
they're still
header off the
away
line,
on
but
a
the real moment of the match came after
advert at the minute.
Thomas Kaminski, the Hams goalkeeper, he'd just been booked for time wasting, and then he got a double booking for a pretty wild passage of play of fouling Ogilvy after already finding another player in Lyons. Chaotic, to say the least. Goalless at
So that's been an interesting half at the Fratton Park, hasn't it? You still haven't said whether you've seen a goalkeeper get 2 yellow cards in one flurry yet. I never haven't.
Passage of play of foul in Ogilvy after Orify and another player in Lyons. Chaotic, to say the least. Goals at the break. Time at Fratton Park. It's goalless between Portsmouth and Luton.
So Portsmouth are now 10-11 off. Luton are 9-2 off. So that's interesting. They've. I asked him to say that. He's disappeared. What's a top chat? I wonder if he's all shut up. So we're going into the second half. It will be in the next 2 minutes, hopefully. So if anybody does come back, we're going to go through because there's 3 o'clock games to come soon. And we'll be heading back. After this, we'll have a quick break. And we will be off, and then we'll be opening the next live stream, which will cover us from 3 o'clock to the end of the 3 o'clock games, and there'll be Championship and League One once again. It's been an interesting game at Portsmouth with the Minshke getting 2 yellow cards within the same flurry. He got 2 yellow cards instantly. Yellow, another yellow, red, bugger off. Where did that come from? So, Luton are down to 10 then. They did then. I thought they'd. Oh, yeah, so they brought O'Shea. Yeah, that's right. So they brought Shea on for Morris. So they took Morris off and brought Shea on for the goalkeeper position. Yeah. That's what happened. He got done for time wasting, and then he got done for a rash tackle straight after. So wow. They need that after this one. So we're passing accuracy 88% for West Brom, 80 for Leeds. Fouls committed 5 for West Brom, 3 for Leeds. Possession 60% to West Brom and 40% to Leeds. 5 lead shots, 3 West Brom, and none on target for either side. So it's a pretty. It's an end-to-end game. I have to re-look at the actual team. So what we've got with the West Brom side is it appears to be sort of like it's like a triangle between Grant, Swift, and Malumbi, with Grant and Swift going down the right side, and it's constantly being threaded down the right to Grant, and then Grant would bring in Swift and perhaps pull it back to Malumbi, and then it gets crossed in, usually by Grant, although Swift's done it as well. And the crossing's been really good. They occasionally bring in fellows and try and do it down the left, but it's not really happening down the left-hand side. It's and I tell you what, Hagan is amazing. He's I don't know whether he's supposed is he supposed to be sort of left back? I mean, it is sort of he's defended really well, but I've seen him in sort of the front third, and he's actually doing a damn good job up front. So he is able to do the job, and he's doing a damn good job. He's all over the pitch. I like his play and I like his style. You can tell by the 2 yellow cards for Leeds. Bogle and Firpo. Their back line are really quite. They're the ones doing the most nasty tackles. Firpo went in with his feet, and I think it was Malumbi that then took the foot and then turned around, and he seemed to spin and fist Firpo in the stomach, but nobody saw it. Referee certainly didn't see it, and we don't have replay. This replay video system, do we? So it's been a very, very tough tackling lunchtime football. Leeds United seem to be pretty good. Rodon's had a decent game, to be quite honest. He seems to have stuck at the back, and the Leeds have changed. They haven't always been 4 at the back. They finished 4 at the back. They didn't start 4 at the back. They quickly changed to 4 at the back, and it seemed to be a lot better really quickly. But I like the fact that they did change it when it was needed. So that was quite good.
Header off the line, but the real moment of the match came after we'll leave that there then.
So back to it a bit. Portsmouth look like they're about to start off again.
Portsmouth and Luton goalless at the break.
But we'll go back.
Thomas Kaminski, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, they're coming out onto the pitch at West Brom.
Fouls on Lane. And will be a quick succession after already been booked.
Portsmouth now is into the second half. Derby is in the second half. Just for Ipswich, Liverpool are in the second half, but Ipswich seem to be on the up at home to Liverpool. West Brom just started. So which one shall we look at? We'll go to Portsmouth.
They've gone to a 4-4-1 by looks of Luton.
Because they're just taking their positions at West Brom.
Player to be withdrawn. So looks like Walters, Mengi, Bell and Doty across the back. Clark and Baptiste in the middle with Benny and Chong either side of Adebayo. Luton made a brighter start.
Reboot the television.
Second half, I'd maybe suggest he made the brighter finish to the first 2 seem to grow into the game.
So Towler for Portsmouth. Oh, kicks it out. There's going to be a Luton throw in near the box. Short throw to Walters. Walters now kicks it across, but goal. It's easily got by the goalkeeper, and he'll do a quick. I'm going to reboot that because I don't like the way it's it's spinning around a little bit there. I'll keep to get that one back in. Portsmouth now with Shaughnessy at the back. Well is it to Ogilvy right on the far left hand side near the corner flag, and he can. I just couldn't control it. It goes out for a Luton throw in their own left, in their own right back position. So Luton now gives it to Shaughnessy straight away. Pass it to Silvera on the back, on the forward left. Norris now runs it across. Callum Lang right in the middle. What's he going to do with it? Can he do something? Oh, Doughty grabs it from him and jogs away with it. So Doughty now, he pushes it forward, and Dozzle grabs it from the feet of the Luton striker there, and probably going to clear it away for a throw-in, I should think. But it comes back across, and it's a goal kick to Portsmouth. Quickly taken to Towler. Busby, well played there by Dazelle. We're going to see it. And
really
It's
hits
back
the
to the
line.
goalkeeper, Shaughnessy.
And that's a poor, almost cheeky play there by the ball
Williams
was nowhere
for
near
Portsmouth.
When it actually went
Back
off
to
and,
Shaughnessy.
I'd done by there, I think, the Luton man.
Yeah, especially after the run he'd made. He's got his side from his own
Silvera
half.
on the left-hand side
Position
for
at left
Portsmouth.
back he's now playing, isn't he? All the way up to possibly getting a corner.
Pack.
Nearly putting the ball there. It was good defending, but
The cross. Doherty can back for Luton. Pushes it forward, but Towler grabs it in midfield. He intercepts that one quite well. And Towler passes it back to Ogilvy.
Such an important player for Luton that maybe all it takes is one
Ogilvy.
delivery from him, one piece of
Because I'm having trouble
Luton.
with that now. That's
how they
really
get
annoying.
the game going, but I think this game is such an attacking
Typical,
game
innit?
that all we're missing really are goals.
Yes.
And Silvera now. Can he cross it? He's in the box.
There's Shaughnessy.
Silvera.
Like he skipped that back. Good ball by him. Finds Silvera on the left flank. Dinks towards the back post. And there's no one there. Both side of the line.
Straight through, straight out for a goal kick to Luton.
Seeing the space, and I think
So goal kick to Luton. They need to be testing this goalkeeper. He's not their first goalkeeper, but obviously he's an accomplished goalkeeper as any Premier League side will have. Actually, something's happened at Ipswich, so they go over to Ipswich. Davis had it in the offside. Yeah, that was and it goes to the other side. It's offside. Liverpool, Jesus. It seems to be flying both sides at Ipswich. Liverpool.
Yes, it has.
That's an odd pair. Something's happened at Ipswich. If you know what it is, then please tell me, because I can't get it from Bet365, and my bloody television's just gone down.
Better idea of the pitch geography.
Let's go West Brom on here. So Gruev for Leeds gives it forward. Bad pass through the middle, and West Brom grab it in the centre circle. Firpo tries to intercept it, but Hegem grabs it for Borough. Tries pushing it forward, but that gets stopped by Rodon. A little bit ping-pongy now. Rodon, short pass to Ampadu. Can we do some short passes? Come on, let's make this. Keep the ball. Firpo. Now, nice short passes. That's it. James. Grant grabs it, and Furlong now has it on the right-hand side for West Brom. And Furlong now passes it forward to Maya. Maya through to Ahern Grant. Back to Malumbe. Oh, that was a good probing run there. And just couldn't get the crossing. Sami Ajayi right in the thick of it in the Leeds half. It passes it back to Malumbe. Malumbe now in the centre circle for.
Steps in, steps out, and plays it into space for Walters to come forward. The 19-year-old Arsenal gives it back to Mengi.
Cheating opening up again.
So,
Palmer, Malumbe for West Brom.
Try and draw
Bartley.
Towler as well.
Swift for West Brom to Hagen. Maya for West Brom. James grabs it, but just couldn't thread it through. And Hagen now can try and build for West Brom down the left-hand side. Pass it to Fellows. Fellows on the left.
Right down the left-hand side.
Portsmouth down the left. We are as well at West Brom. So West Brom there down the left. Bartley. They don't seem to be playing it down the right like they did last time. Let's say that Ajayi's now taking it down the right to Furlong, just to prove me wrong. And Straight grabs it, kicks it out. But it bounces off the West Brom player, and it's a lead throw-in. So that was quite a nifty bit of footwork there by Leeds.
It in with his favoured right foot, the inside of it, or go for a strike at goal. He's been a real live wire.
Slowly does it. They've already the defenders have already been in trouble. for their play, and it's really slow. Rodon. Rodon now for Leeds, just outside the box. Gruyev can pass it short to Nonto. Nonto's finding it a bit tough, so he passes it back to Meslier. Down to Rodon. Rodon to Gruyev. Gruyev to Nonto, but Grant grabs it for West Brom. Hearn Grant now. Down the right hand side. I actually want to have a look at this. Hang on, I thought.
Cross, wasn't it? Straight for a goal kick.
Yeah, it looked like it took a deflection, did it, with how the
Okay.
trajectory.
I was just wondering whether there was any substitutions made, but I can't find any. James back to Fernandez for West Brom.
Instead of trying to show his hand a little bit
really strange. They're going down the left-hand side now, which is really odd. They've swapped sides of their attack, West Brom, which I suppose might confuse the hell out of Leeds, but it's not doing it at the minute. Fellows for West Brom down the left. But I think that's a free kick. But Rodon grabs that quick kick, and it's Rodon for Leeds. Kicks it for down, tries down the left, but Barkley eventually gets it for West Brom. Oh, he tried some, but the goalie kicks it straight. Meslier kicks it straight out. West Brom kick it straight back in. Fellows grabs it on the right corner for Leeds. So this is getting a little bit messy now, and it's a little bit kick and run. And it's Meslier grabbed that cross and just pumps it out to Pirot in the West Brom half, and Leeds are right in the West Brom half now. Pass it to Firpo, Nonto, Firpo, nice 1-2 there with back to Strike. Strike with Ampadu. Pirot. Joe Pirot and just outside the box, a few yards outside the box, but he passes it back to Rodon. Back to Strike. They're wanting to keep the ball. They're just keeping the ball. Firpo, Nonto. Can he cross the ball in? Nonto. Left hand side for Leeds. He's going to try and get round the back line.
A little bit of risky play there, but it looked like he had an opportunity to
free kick with the looks of it.
Down the flank on the right
so we'll wait for that.
Again,
no doubt they'll take their jolly well time.
But Doherty, he's a very good defensive player as well, but he does want to get forward. Chong wants to get forward. Williams and Lane can get involved in the second half and really try and use that right hand side.
So Leeds United with a free kick.
Around in those areas. Paul from Silver, they had a chance, but read well by Hawks.
Really annoying.
With it back though, will Portsmouth was the last stop for Luton, but it won't as it was. So Portsmouth will have the throw in. Just a bit of entanglement there.
Eventually gets across, and Swift tries to get. That's weird. Swift tried to go to the left hand side, but then it came back. And Ampadu has a shot on goal, and now it's back with the Palmer in the West Brom goal. So Leeds are pressing quite well now. I mean, it's getting to the point where Leeds are starting to certainly be on top. It's the first time in the game that they've really been easily the top team. As Meslier gives it to Rodon at the back. We're actually listening to the Portsmouth game, if that's what you're interested in. Gruyev for Leeds. Back to Strike. Gruyev. Strike. Strike back to Meslier. Pushes it forward, but Mullet grabs it right in the middle of the field and gives it back to Barkley. Tries to push it across. And Ajayi intercepts it for West Brom.
He hit the bar. I think he should have hit the net.
Yeah, he should have done better there. Lovely ball, as you say, from Clark.
Ajayi.
From Adebayo, he just put himself a little bit wide, but it was a good first touch.
Luton Town sounding like they're doing well at Portsmouth. They're starting to come back into it, even though they are with 10 men. 2 yellow cards for the Luton goalkeeper there within a minute or two of each other. One for time wasting, and then he raised way too high and was deemed to be a dangerous play. and he was given a second yellow and his marching orders and a red card. So Luton Town down to 10 men. Seem to be taken off a midfielder for a goalkeeper, so they have got a goalkeeper in, O'Shea, and they're doing quite. They're now actually on top in the game. They're really pushing hard. It's still 0-0, but they've taken the impetus from Portsmouth there. As West Brom start with Ajayi again. Ajayi and Maja are really doing, or Maya are doing a really good job in the central defence role. The two of them are sort of combining quite well. Palmer now in the back for between the sticks for West Brom, kicks it out. I don't know why that was just poor control by West Brom, and it went out for a Leeds throw. Just was never going to get to him. Firpo now on the left-hand side for Leeds, but passes it back to Strake. Strake in the middle of the box, and Strake tries passing it down the left-hand side, but Sami Ajayi, he knows what he's doing in that position, and he quickly snuffs it out, and we see Mowat now for West Brom, and he'll take it into the centre circle and try and push it forward to Fellows, and it crosses it straight, grabs it in. Grab it, it would be a penalty. Managed to get it, chest it into the path of Perot, and Perot can take it out, but Malumbi grabs it straight for him. Fellows back to Bartley. They're trying to slow this down. West Brom are trying to slow it down. Bartley now. Back to Palmer, up to Bartley.
It's floated in by Luton towards the back post.
To Semi Ajayi.
Mengi doesn't quite reach him.
Fellows. Fellows now for West Brom on the left-hand side. There's a lot of yellow shirts around him, and I can see this coming back. He ends up walking it out, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in on their right-hand side, but Bogle and Maya Swift rode on. It's ping-ponging it between the two sides. Swift. He gets it to Malumba. Now, okay, can we keep it with one team? Furlong, Ajayi. Ajayi seems to be doing a hell of a lot in these last few minutes. Ajayi again. Ajayi's almost putting himself out, and he's absolutely everywhere on the pitch on his right-hand side. He's like taking that quarter of the pitch well. Passes it to Furlong, and a Leeds player gets his foot in and pops it out for a West Brom throw-in. Furlong will take it. You'd think with his long throw, he might do a nice long one into the into the edge of the box from there. He's going to come back and he's going to try and push that one in.
That final ball from the Australian international, which is not there at the moment. His cross.
Bad cross and strike. Meslier strike Fernandez, but Bartley grabs it from Fernandez and gives it to Swift. Malumbi, Herm Grant, but Rodan does a really timely interception there, and it's passed forward to Nonto. Nonto for Leeds. Are they going to settle this, or are they going to attack? He's ran to the right-hand side himself. Passes it to Ampadu, tries a threaded ball, but unfortunately goes out for a West Brom throw-in, level with their box on the left-hand side.
Portsmouth doing really well to find him on the left-hand side. He's just that final third delivery, the quality.
Oh boy, Ampadu has intercepted it. Fernandez in the box, and there's a chance, but he can't get the bloody ball off.
Yeah, they've got three substitutes. Warren wouldn't be in Elias Sorensen.
Back.
In one game.
Sees it back.
Today. Williams. Liverpool got 2 up, and it's switched by looks of it.
Palmer grabs it.
Same between West Brom
Pegham should have dispatched that ball into the net. Leeds should have been 1-0 up, but they just couldn't. There were too many white and blue shirts around him, and he just couldn't do it. That was probably one of Leeds' really good opportunities there, and it's gone as Barkley tries to build. We seem to be doing a bit of a slow, steady work now from the back.
It was one of those where
Leeds are doing those substitutions.
was almost dying as the goalkeeper's dying was as well. They were both going down.
Let's try.
Shea was
Oh my God! Liverpool has scored 2 goals against the run of play, might I say. Let's have a look at the timeline. 65 minutes, Salah. And where was that one? 60 and 65 minutes, both. The other ones, first one's from Jota. So Jota and Salah have got the 2 goals for Liverpool. May I say that was, from what I've seen, that's been against the run of play. Probably the first 2 shots on target, and they've managed to get it in the net. Let's have a look at Derby versus Middlesbrough.
That's something that's good to see, I suppose. These
now, Middlesbrough were playing quite good football. The stats: 68% possession to Middlesbrough, 32 to Derby, and Derby are 1 goal to the good. 15 shots by Middlesbrough, 15, but only 4 on target. Derby, 3 shots on target, 3 shots, 2 on target, 1 goal. You don't get it on target, you don't get it in the net. 15 shots, 11 of them missing. It's ouch. Are there any blocks? No. No, so it's strange. That's just weird. Let's have a look at the shots. I'm sure surely they've had blocks. No, doesn't look like it.
Maybe he can just that touch is better. That second one, get right at the byline, way pulled back in. And it's one of them where that's such a dangerous area to put across.
Really weird. So Derby, Middlesbrough, Derby. Oh, Middlesbrough doing a substitution. Weird. That's another one of those games where the team could very well have 70-odd% possession and lose the game. But if you're going to have 15 shots on 15 shots full stop, you need more than 4 to be on target. The conversion rate alone means you're not going to get any in the net.
What about putting it in? See, Lang's dropped very deep.
And if they want to go into the Premier League, they've had 4 shots on target. They need to have got 1 in the net, because otherwise they wouldn't survive. They wouldn't survive very long. They'd be down quicker than Sheffield United. Let's go to Portsmouth. Luton now have it in their own area. Mr. Bell. Mr. Ding Dong has it in their net.
Corner kick. Territory now for
throw to Portsmouth. Throw to Portsmouth. Goes to the goalie who kicks it straight back out in the same direction. And Pack has it roughly where he threw it in. So Portsmouth.
That's where it goes. Disappointed. He'll be livid with the Portsmouth captain because Shea is. There's no one in the 6 yard. Kind of ambled out and took it out there.
Yeah, it was good commanding goalkeeper.
Across and Shea just grabs it and kicks it out. Clark. Luton building from midfield. Oh, Sadie grabs it for Portsmouth, but Mengi grabs it back for Luton, kicks it forward. Norris is nice and easy for Portsmouth in the back. Gives it to Towler. Towler now for Portsmouth. It looks like he's certainly been one of the guys that's in there making the most of everything.
decent play.
Luton now
Definitely
went
start
out on the far right for Portsmouth, and so they'll Luton will have a throw-in on their left back.
The wingers on the right and the left, and the width has been really good for Portsmouth so far.
Park calls for a gel, I think.
We are on 68 minutes.
Around the country, and the sun is really
As
shining down
Clark
hard at,
goes up
Bratton
on the
Park.
left-hand side for Luton.
Towler heads it up. There's
Anybody
foul
got any-
Shaughnessy, I think, outside.
Anybody
the
watching
line,
any of the
but
other
not
games?
referee, John Rusby's free kick.
Yeah,
just
back to
inside Luton's
the
half,
Leeds
and there
West Brom
no
game.
rush at
Just,
all to get
that's
things
just
on, and his
stop.
pack has got that gel. They actually eventually just go long. He's looking
Malumbi
for
for West Brom
hamstrings,
in the middle of the pitch. He's gives it to Ajayi. Again, Ajayi doing really well down there. Gives it back to Barkley. Looking 1-2s on the back. We're sort of playing it gently. Furlong, but Furlong loses it for a strange reason. And it's not like him that it gets to Gruev, but Gruev tries a through ball and it gets kicked back to Rothwell, who trundles it around the defence for Leeds. Rode on. Strake's had a good game. Strake's been quite good, and Ampadu and Rodon, but Strake's been quite a stalwart in the Leeds team. Wherever you seem to you see someone, it's like, oh, Strake's there. Bloody hell, where's he come from? So Firpo tries a through ball, but Barkley grabs that one. That's too easy for him. He just kicks it forward.
Yeah, his first touch let him down there, didn't it? He was lateral rather than forwards. He was leaning back, or he's off balance rather. And as he shook over, Owen Moxon is one of the players who's come on. Matt Ritchie was the other one who was ready. Owen Moxon
a free kick to West Brom here.
Field. Ritchie's come
on
on
the halfway line.
Lane by the looks of it.
Seems slowing things down. Let's not speed things up. Let's just. West Brom must think that it's better slowing it down, because Leeds has started to just get back into this, and my messages up.
Might want to be doing at this stage of the game, but as well, there's Elham Pack, the two midfielders have both on yellow cards, so you wouldn't even want to take one of them off just to give them
Maya shoots and Bartley shoots, and West Brom they go into the box there, and like a couple of bashes again, but the defenders are just putting the bodies on the line, and somehow Leeds managed to stay clear of that one, because both of them. But the second one, Rick goes out, and Meslier sort of does a quick take of the goal kick, and straight down the middle. Just wasn't going to be, a quick thread through ball by midfield, and Palmer gets it in West Brom goal. They tried to catch West Brom there right down the middle, but it just wasn't going to be. They would have been offside. So it just trickles through to Palmer. And Palmer will take his jolly good timing getting this one out. Rolls it to Ajayi. Oh, and he loses it. Strike. How did Ajayi lose that one? And Strike just had a quick tap of the ball, but it hits the bar. Did it hit the bar and go out?
If anything, I think it's maybe got a bit more power on it. It could have got surprised all the players at the back post. But once again, I think that's good
it did. And they hit the bar, goes out, and it's Strike now. Bill from the back. From the midfield. Strike comes into the box. Palmer grabs it from him in the box, and Palmer now can try and push this forward. He's got a bit of a panic. There's lots of yellow shirts around him, and he's got to get it out. Leeds are all over the back, all over the West Brom back, and West Brom are in a bit of a panic at the minute. They're just sort of tapping it around, trying to not let a goal in. managed to get to Moat and Hearn Grant on the far right. That was a quick counteracting run there. And they need to cross it, but Leeds have got the people back now. We've got the defence back, and there's not much space for Grant to get it across. But at least West Brom are trying to keep the ball, trying to push it back into the midfield at the minute, and try and rebuild from the midfield. Let's just go and find some other game. Let's actually, I've totally and utterly, lost it, haven't I? Right.
It's a bit of a bizarre incident, isn't it? Actually, see it again. Well, I'm not sure.
Right, let's have a look.
It's his poor touch, and then he just kind of stumbles into the player. I think he's trying to pull out, but rather than.
See, nobody's telling me about League One. I'm concentrating on the Championship, and I have to put this on.
So he's not been quiet, has he? He's not left himself unbeknown to the referee, and you would understand if the referee had become a bit frustrated with him. Because it's almost made it obvious that he has made all those fouls.
Yeah,
so it's actually,
especially after that second one in particular, where we got way near the ball, and he was still the referees here. I think the referee would be saying, I'll keep that in the back of my mind now, going forward for any fouls you do commit, but still.
Get back in there.
Back after that free kick, down the left hand side, trying to get more involved. He's shown one opportunity against him, just wouldn't cross it, but last off a Portsmouth.
Putting a score in.
The pitch for a throw in on this left hand side.
So Peterborough are actually 2-1 up in the game at Shrewsbury. I actually thought Shrewsbury's team looked a little bit stronger, but looking at the timeline, we had.
To a dangerous area, the penalty area for Adebayo. He just put it back in, but Portsmouth come away with it with Richie.
Shrewsbury timeline.
It's a throw in for Luton and Doherty. As we are coming into.
Now let's have a look where the goals came from. Shrewsbury scored first with Winchester on 21 minutes. Poku equalised on 23 minutes. Went in at half time 1-1, and in 58 minutes Poku scored a second. So pretty much end to end there at the minute. Charlton versus Leyton Orient. Let's have a look at Charlton Leyton Orient. And
I think was making a decoy.
Charlton
to be a decoy himself.
Attacking Ahadme just running into the box. Can he cross it? Ahadme.
For a decade or more.
They're on Bet365 for this, so it's not the best as it goes out, and it's substitution for Leyton Orient. So Leyton Orient are now going to try and get the upper hand. At the minute, it's about even, but Charlton are in the ascendancy. But as far as shots on targets concerned, it's 2 each. 8 shots in total for Charlton, 7 shots in total for Leyton Orient. So not too great for that. But 7 corners for Charlton and 2 for Leyton Orient. They need to make more of what they've got. Leyton Orient, they're going to make a substitution, and let's see if it makes a difference.
78th minute, we're knocking on the door off.
So Ipswich 0, Liverpool 2, Derby 1, Middlesbrough 0, Portsmouth 0, 10-man Luton 0. After the goalkeeper got a yellow card for time wasting and a yellow card for dangerous play, jumping too high. I know a goalkeeper can jump too high and be dangerous. No.
Shaughnessy tries to play the long ball forward. Good
I was saying earlier, I'm not quite sure. He's got two people in there. Perhaps one of you, Nick, has ever heard of a goalkeeper getting two yellow cards in quick succession and a red card straight. They're like, oh, yellow, off. I've never seen it quite so quick. It was like within a minute hassle, and that was it. It was, boom, I'm going to give you two yellows and a red. So, yeah, very difficult there.
A great game, but I found it really awkward to get involved into the forward. So much on the ball now, back into Moxon.
I go League Two. Let's have a look at League Two.
Right-hand side, Paul Ball, though, looking for Williams making the overlapping run. Richard.
We have Carlisle 1, Barrow Town 0.
Williams can really fly up and down that right flank.
I do add J. Wow.
Even more
Okay.
substitutes in the offering. We are only into the second game of the season.
Let's go back into our game of the day, which is West Brom versus Leeds.
Injuries and fitness, and when you look at this game, maybe in 3 or 4 months' time, the changes would be run as differently and early. But considering we are so
We've
early in the
had
season,
James off
that's
and
why
Piro
managers
off
maybe look at the
for
bench.
Leeds,
We
and
don't know
Aronson
whether
and Rothwell on.
Also a training.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've had Grant, Hen Grant's come off
He
for
also
West
not quite-
Brom while we've
he
been
never quite
speaking,
showed us that
and
he,
Wallace has come
going
on.
behind the scenes and whether he wants to look at a player before perhaps.
That was on 70, yeah, it was about 4 minutes
Or
ago.
there's an offer, he just wants a final check, or whether he thinks
So
that player can
Bartley
fill a
now
void.
for
The ball
West
comes
Brom
into
down the
box for his
middle.
run
Let's see
there
if they
very
can
well.
make the
Way
most
back
of this
back
last
position.
11
Here
minutes.
come Luton,
Kick it forward down the left. And I don't know why they've done it. Why have West Brom changed how they're attacking? They've been going down the right-hand side all first half, and it's worked absolutely brilliantly. And Swift, one of them down there, and it's been really good down that right. But now they're playing it down the left. Again, Moa, Hagan left. And I'm not sure why Bartley left. I'm sort of like odd as a Jai is midfield right. What's he doing there? Hagan, Moa. The West Brom side seems to be mixing up here, and I'm not quite sure why. As Palmer gets it outside the box. Maya on the box, Ajayi. Come on, Sonny. Bartley tries a through ball, but Gruyev was never going to let that one go. And pushes it forward, but Moat intercepts that one. Moat needs, yes, Furlong. Now, come on, this is where it's been going before. Moat, give it back. Ajayi, Swift. Come on, give it to Furlong in the corner. No, Bartley back into defence. Moat kicks it forward down the left hand side. I'm getting annoyed now. 81 minutes. What West Brom need to do is go back as they get with Maya down that right hand side. We've not been putting it down the right, and I'm not. Look, I'm not a manager. I'm sure he's got his reasons to do it, but Maya tries down the left and loses it, but Bartley gets it back. It's all West Brom at the minute. We're into 82.5 minutes, and Ampadu manages to push that one forward, grab it, push it forward, and makes its way with West Brom all the way to the side. Throwing to West Brom now in the Leeds, just in the Leeds half. It's flicking around the pitch quite quickly, but I think the team that really starts to slow this down and control it has a chance of winning it. It could go either way. At the minute, it's
top six at the very minimum this season.
At the minute, West Brom are in the ascendancy, but Lee with Gruyev does things like that and intercepts it on the edge of the box. But he just can't get round. They just can't get round the sea of blue and white, and it has to go. Yeah, Bamford, Moat, Bamford, Bartley. Ping pong between the two sides. Wallace down the right. Wallace he can't. Furlong, Ajayi, we're threading it backwards, but at least they're keeping the ball. If you're a West Brom fan, this must be really, really frustrating. We're now going down the left again. And Swift's going to get it, and he's going to try run it. Look, Ajayi pushes it forward down the right, and Leeds get a throw in. So Leeds now throw in on their left, right in their own half. Must have a quick. We'll wait till we'll do 2 minutes, and then we'll go back and have a look at all the other results. So if you want to have if you know anything that's gone in the last 2 or 3 minutes, then please do give me a quick message, and we'll. It always helps the channel if you give a quick couple of messages. Like and subscribe, and you'll get it again next week. Like, subscribe, tick the bell, and we'll be again down the left-hand side again. We'll be doing watch-alongs. Trying to do them Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can't really do them Mondays or Tuesdays, but we'll be trying to do them Friday, Saturday, where we can Sundays. So just like and subscribe, and we'll be here to do similar watch-alongs. Yeah, please do chat. I love to have a chat. I love to hear about your own sides and how you think you're playing. Because if you actually start talking about your side and how well you're doing, I've got my little notes here, and when I do my predictions, I try and take your comments from the lives and add them to my thoughts on how teams, own team supporters are thinking. And it's not fully my thoughts. Then it's a mixture of you guys and mine, and I think that makes a nice sort of it's a more honest, unbiased set of predictions. Then, and I see so many people coming on and doing prediction videos, and they're so biased. There's two that do it for Coventry, and we've got such and such out, but we'll still win. We've got loads of injuries, but we'll still win. And every week they predict that Coventry will win, and it's so unbiased, isn't it? So I try and do it with you. If you've got any comments about your own team and who you support, then please put it in there, because I do make notes of it. I really do. And if you make a comment, I'll mention you in the next prediction, because it's only fair. It's where I've got the information from. So where are we here with? I did say with Nipper. Hegum is still 0-0. Hegum now gives it to Wallace. Oh, Aronson grabs it, kicks it out. And it's the West Brom. We'll just keep with them for a minute. West Brom's got a throw in, and it's just about reachable into the box, but he shorts it to Wallace. Back to Ajayi. Barkley. We'll just keep it with it for a minute. Barkley for West Brom in the middle. What's this going to do? Nonto grabs the interception. So again, they've gone down the left-hand side. I'm not sure why they're going down the left-hand side. Oh, and Peterborough now scored another one.
Peterborough just made it 3-1 away to Shrewsbury. Charlton Leighton Orient goalless. Probably still hold on.
So we're going to put Peterborough then as Shrewsbury at home, aren't we?
At home, but substitutes have come on now,
so Shrewsbury 1, Peterborough 3.
For the substitutions, and
so Shrewsbury now, and I thought Shrewsbury were looking quite good for their team. I thought the team looked pretty slick, but Shrewsbury 1, Peterborough 3 with 87 minutes gone. I think that one is in the bag, and it's not now anymore. It's out of their hands now. It's now Shrewsbury. There's been another goal. 1, Peterborough 4, and straight away they've actually done something about the fact they played pretty average last week. Let's see, on 88 minutes, let's see who's actually scored then for Peterborough. So Randall has scored 2. He's just scored in fact, Randall scored in 87 minutes and 88 minutes, so 1 minute apart. Can he get 3 in 3 minutes? I've never seen that happen before. Poku, 24 minutes and 58 minutes. I say Winchester in 21. So I'm interested now. Can Randall score 3 in 3 minutes? Oh dear. So we are with Portsmouth on here. Let's have a quick look at it on the ground. And it's Norris for Portsmouth. Towler, Ogilvy, Stevenson on the left, back to Towler. They're against a 10-man Luton team that you must remember is a Premier League side, so they're doing really well, I think. Moxon in the middle, and back to Shaughnessy. That could have been a yellow that for a but he's carried the play on. Towler, Silvera. I wonder if he'll give him a yellow later. On Moxon, that was Silvera, Shaughnessy, Silvera, Towler, Shaughnessy. What can they do? Moxon into Sorensen in the middle of the net. We're gonna pass it back to Richie. Come on, shoot, Moxon. Ogilvy. Oh, Holmes grabs it in the middle. How the hell did he miss that one? Pushes it out. Richie, help. Bloody hell.
Whips it away from a dangerous area. Portsmouth still on the attack, though, down the left-hand side. Will the ball come back in? It's Richie with a poor first.
Richie, but no.
To give away a foul, he does. On Walters, there will be 6 minutes of added time.
6 minutes of extra time there at Portsmouth. That's going to be going on for another 5 minutes. That was a brilliant chance there by Portsmouth. Portsmouth really could have done with that. It was bouncing around in the box, and all they could do was just like somebody face the fucking goal and put it in the net, and it just wasn't going to go in. We'll go to Derby. Quickly go to Derby. Middlesbrough are still 1 down. They get into the final third, and Elder just intercepts the ball for Derby, and it's 5 minutes extra time. It's on 92.5 minutes. We've got 2.5 minutes left at Derby. It does look like Derby are playing the extremely slow game. I know blood blame. That's what Warren would do. Paul Warren will be jumping up and well. Oh, Last nicked in the box. Oh, off target. How did he miss from there? He's missed. Lat has just missed, and he'll be furious with himself. Lat could have made it 1-1, and he's just fluffed it from in front of the net, and it would have been easier to get it in the net than to miss. But no, Lat missed that one. How on earth he missed it, I don't know. I want to go to Charlton, because Charlton Leyton Orient, I'm surprised this is 0-0, because Charlton's side is pretty good. And although Leyton Orient's side is not without skill, and they made one signing from the Premiership, didn't they, that Birmingham were trying to get, and Leyton Orient grabbed him instead. So they have got some damn good skill in the Leyton Orient side. But people like Conor Country has got it now for Charlton. We know what they can do, and they can push forward or back to make a 5 mid or a 5 3 attack quite easily. as Claire has it for Leyton Orient. It's 90 minutes. It's plus 8 minutes extra time. Wow. So 8 minutes extra time at Charlton. And I hope you're having I hope your team's had a good lunchtime. Who do you all support? Come on, tell me who you support. Speak to me. Help. Hello. You will speak to me at some point. I'll go down the line. Oh dear. 8 minutes extra time.
Back on the field, yeah, but we have 3.5 minutes into the sixth. I don't know, maybe another 60
I want to go to Peterborough. 93 minutes gone. There's literally 1 minute 6 seconds left as Shrewsbury have it in the goal. Savin pushes it forward, but it's kicked across to Poku. Poku for Peterborough. Brady, Wallace, Odo for Peterborough. They're kicking it around now. They're not trying anything. Peterborough are slowing that game down.
What a strike from Boxer and what a save from Shea.
What a save, and wasn't Banzi's meant to be there?
So Portsmouth nearly scored there.
Had it already gone out. Great play by Jordan Williams.
Oh, I want to go to Leeds. We're going to go to Leeds.
Saves it to his right-hand side. I'm not entirely convinced. It might be
it's actually over. It's over the 4 minutes extra time, so it does look like any second as West Brom with Moat, Dykite, Ajayi, and that's it. Full time at West Brom, and it's West Brom 0, Leeds 0. 60% play to West Brom, 40% to Leeds. 8 shots, 1 on target for West Brom. 8 shots, 1 on target for Leeds. You don't get them on target, you ain't going to score. And that's been the story of the day from West Brom. You don't try it on target, you aren't going to win. Charlton has scored. Charlton have nicked it in the last minute. In fact, as we were there, it became Charlton 1, Leyton Orient 0. And I said that they were doing well. I said they were the better team. And let's just see who it is. It's Berry that scored in 90 plus 2 minutes. I think about 8 minutes, wasn't it? Yeah, there's another 5 minutes to go there at Charlton. And Charlton appear to have made one last gasp attempt to win this one. It's Charlton 1, Leyton Orient 0. Perkins, Claire for Leyton Orient. They're actually trying to do the best of past him, but Godden manages to get it, kick it out. Connor Coventry then tries kicking it out. Actually, Charlton is doing a lot of defending at the minute as Brown pushes it back in. Gives it to Perkins, tries to put it in. Coventry pushes it out to Small. Small kicks it out. Warrington now for Leyton Orient. Leyton Orient they're really pressing hard now. Berry gets it. He kicks it out. Godden. He's going to kick it out. He's going to kick it out or is he going to pass it? He's going to kick it forward and Anek for Charlton in the attacking half. Can they get 2? As Anek just keep watching this while Anek tries to cross it. Another 4 minutes. What's happened? Oh, no, that's not gone anywhere. That was a close call there for Leyton Orient. They nearly went 2-0 down.
Will he blow the
So
whistle?
we
Will
have
blow the
still
whistle. We are full-time at Fratton Park.
full-time at Portsmouth. Portsmouth nil, 10-man Luton nil. And Portsmouth get their second point.
Portsmouth nil, Luton nil.
Portsmouth have yet to lose, which I think is pretty damn good for a side that everybody was saying would do pretty poorly. So it has finished there. Let's have a look at the scores because Charlton will be playing for another 3 minutes. So as we said, before we say goodbye, let's have a quick look through the scores as we saw them. Full time in the Premier League, Ipswich 0, Liverpool 2, but Ipswich were by...
Football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? When you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last score...
Shut up. Oh, it always goes on after. Ipswich 0, Liverpool 2, but Ipswich were by no means outmastered there. Absolutely no way at all. They actually were, with less possession, they were actually on top for quite a big portion of that game. Derby County 1, Borough 0. Derby had very little possession, but managed to do what Borough couldn't, which is put the ball in the net. Portsmouth 0, 10-man Luton 0. As I said, 2 yellow cards really quickly. Gave him a red card. Off you go, okay. And they still managed. The replacement managed to Shea, was it? Managed to do a couple of really good saves after that. So he's actually done. Yeah, he's an extremely good replacement. West Brom 0, Leeds 0. West Brom, I would say, were, for the majority of that game, on top. There were probably about 30 minutes where Leeds were on top. But West Brom switched from attacking down the right-hand side to attacking down the left in the second half. And I still can't think why. I know when they were putting the ball through to Furlong on the right in the second half, it tended to get cut out. It was as if Leeds had cottoned on to what they were doing and who they were giving it to, and they put an extra person on. Then they suddenly thought, well, perhaps we can't get it to Furlong as easy as we want to, and that appears to be what they've done. And I suppose I can understand it if that's what Leeds were purposefully doing, but it killed the game off. And to me, as soon as they stopped trying to get it down that left, that's when the game got killed off, and Leeds just weren't going to get through West Brom, and West Brom weren't going to get down the left-hand side. So it just ended up as a sort of ping-pong game in the middle. So there we have it for those. And then in League One, we had Shrewsbury 1, Peterborough 4. I actually I actually got it totally wrong there. I actually liked the setup of Shrewsbury Town there, and I thought they might cause some hassle against the Peterborough side that played awful last week and lost 2-0 to Huddersfield. But in the cold light of day, it's Shrewsbury 1, Peterborough 4. And did I get that wrong? Absolutely. Am I willing to say that? Well, I just have. It's 97 minutes. We'll just stick with it for a minute because it's 8 minutes extra time at Charlton, and it's Charlton 1, Leyton Orient 0. If we go there, we'll skip another 30 seconds and we'll be able to just go into it. An injury to Leyton Orient player, Claire. We're actually on 99 minutes and 25. There's been an injury. If you're going to have an injury on sort of 1 minute from the end, full time, yeah, he has done. He's called it. And it's finished. Charlton 1, Leyton Orient 0. That's our midday broadcast. Please do like and subscribe. Please click the bell. I need lots and lots of subscribers. Yay, please. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy chatting to you all. It's nice if you chat back, but I like it to be a community where we all talk to each other. And I've got my notes. I like to listen to you and hear what you've got to say about your team and what you think your scores are going to be. But you'll see another prediction video coming out. If you do want to be part of it, then drop me a comment in any of the videos and I'll pick it up and I'll give you a mention, have a quick look through what I think the score's going to be. To try and sort of, go use your thoughts and my thoughts, mix them together so that I'm not being biased, and I don't like thinking that I'm being biased against or towards another club. And as you know, Rotherham don't particularly get on with Sheffield Wednesday, so we sort of like, oh no, they're going to lose. Well, yeah, that's the sort of thing that I don't like doing. So, yeah, if you can all give us your thoughts for next week. Give us your thoughts for the games coming at 3:00 if you want. I'll have a look at those. And it's John S signing off for our lunchtime broadcast. I'm back on in 25 minutes, so I will go and get a drink. And I'm going to go and see you hopefully again at 3:00. But until then, goodbye. And I hope you had a nice game. I hope your team won. If not, I hope they played well, because there's nothing worse than playing that garbage like my team did last week. Thank you. Over and out. Enjoy yourself.